And this one begins with a which has some heavy reverb on it, so I think they were just messing around in the studio. That's what it sounds like, because it really has nothing to do with the song. And speaking of the song, this is Lounge Act. Again, it's one of those songs where it's not the word lounge act isn't in aren't the words aren't in the lyrics at all. So it makes me wonder why they titled the song this title and where it came from. And you figure maybe I can do some research on it, but why would I want to do that? I am completely lazy. Anyway, so this song is it's a nice quick one. It runs about 2:15, and it's just another catchy song. It's like this album. Just listening to this album again, it's just realizes how much of a great pop songwriter Kurt Cobain was, because these songs are just catchy. They will leave you humming them throughout the day and have it caught in your head like some dreaded earworm that just won't ever escape. Because that seems to be my life. I always have a song in my head, always, ever since I was a kid. So I believe it's called an earworm. I guess it's an obsessive compulsive kind of symptom to it. So it's neither a good or bad thing. It's just something that is, and so one of these days I would like to try and get rid of it, but for now it's just that's just me. And right now, Lounge Act is in my head, and why not? It's a good song to have in my head. So anyway, this one it's once again it's very catchy, and it starts off at one level and then it just escalates. So it kind of starts off as kind of a not a mellow tone, but like a nice, I guess, in the middle kind of vocal tone, and then it just gets heavier musically and then just emotionally, and Cobain just gets angrier as the song goes on. And I will do my best to explain why, or at least give my opinion as to why, because I don't know the facts behind this song, which is, I think, a good thing. A lot of times it's terrible not to come into a situation knowing facts, but as something as subjective as music, it's good to get someone's point of view on things. So we will begin with the first line, which states, "Truth covered in security." So I think the song is about a relationship. I'm just going from in the context of all the lyrics being laid out. Um, but looking at this first line, it's there seems to be a lie going on in this relationship, but the writer of the song, we'll call him he, I guess. Lying will secure this relationship. So it's not really a good way to start a relationship based on a lie, but this is what seems to be going on. So the next lyrics are, "I can't let you smother me. I'd like to, but it couldn't work, trading off and taking turns." It seems that he wants the attention from her all to himself. He needs it bad, but he knows this kind of attention from her will end the relationship. I guess all of her attention on him would end the relationship. And he wants to give her his full attention in all aspects of the relationship, but he doesn't feel that it would work. Hence the line, "I'd like to, but it couldn't work." And trading off and taking turns, that kind of, I think, builds into my theory towards the end of the song. The next lines are, "I don't regret a thing, and I've got this friend, you see, who makes me feel, and I wanted more than I could steal." I think the "I don't regret a thing" line is a lie. He's telling her what she wants to hear, which I think he ends up writing about that later on in the song, but he's talking about her telling not to tell him what he wants to hear, but I think he's doing that now at the beginning of the song. Oh man, I wonder if I'm just projecting everything, and if this song is like really about a dog or a car or like someone's house. But anyway, subjectivity, like I said. So he likes her because she makes him feel, and he wants to feel, and he wants to feel even more with her. So feeling any emotion, and I think even the bad ones, I feel are a gift, and if harnessed in the right way, can be a great learning experience and make you just a better person in most aspects of life. Uh, so the next lines are, "I'll arrest myself. I'll wear a shield. I'll go out of my way to prove I still smell her on you. And it's so weird reading these lyrics as opposed to singing them, and you don't want to hear me sing anyway. But I always thought I'm not a big poetry guy, I'm not a big slam poetry guy, even though the poetry is probably very good, and even the poetry that I read in a book is very good, but rarely does poetry touch me in the form of being read as opposed to the song that's being as opposed to the lyrics that are being sung. I just, for some reason, I just have a better connection to it and helps me understand it more when someone's singing. So that being said, it would have been nice if all my teachers in school of all the subjects I didn't like, if they sang the songs, maybe I would have understood it more. So anyway, the next lines are, I'll arrest myself, I'll wear a shield, I'll go out of my way to prove I still smell her on you. So I think he's conflicted because he really wants to know what his partner is doing. He wants to let her know how he feels, even though it will end the relationship with the woman that he loves. So I think the conflict lies in the lesser of the two evils. There's something going on. We don't know yet, but at least he still has her. At least he still has her. Through all the bad stuff that's going on, and he's putting himself through turmoil, at least he still has her. And if he keeps on trying to ride through this conflict, it's not going to go well because he's just going against things that he believes in just to keep this relationship going. He's also becoming obsessed to find out and prove that this is the man his girlfriend is having a fling with. That's what I think the line "smell her on you" is about. I think it's about an affair, but not really an affair. Not really an affair, as you'll find out later. So the next lines are, "Don't tell me what I want to hear, afraid of never knowing fear." So he doesn't want any bullshit, the "don't tell me I want to hear" line. He doesn't want to be patronized. The line "afraid of never knowing fear" I think is the best. That line to me is a paradox. If someone is without fear, he can probably do a lot, both good and both bad. So you want to really find out, well, what exactly will this guy do? The next lyrics, "experience anything you need, I'll keep fighting jealousy until it's fucking gone." So he doesn't want to be jealous, but he totally is, obviously. He thinks the jealousy will dissipate, but, I mean, really, does it ever? I don't think it will. I don't think he's wired for this, and the best thing he can do is get out of this relationship and find someone else. And then the lyrics repeat. It's the second pass of the truth covered in security bunch of lyrics, but this time around he gets really angry and he starts screaming, which is in stark contrast to the first time he sang it. He's visibly pissed because, yes, he's starting to feel. She makes him feel, but that feeling is anger. And again, the healthy thing would be to end this relationship, but he doesn't want to, even though it seems to be killing him emotionally. So the next new batch of lyrics are, "We've made a pact to learn from whoever we want, without new rules. Well, we'll share what's lost and what we grew. They'll go out of their way to prove they still smell her on you. They still smell her on you. Smell her on you." So this was my kind of aha moment while analyzing the lyrics. It looks like this song is about a couple in an open relationship, and there is one person in the relationship who wants exclusivity, but he does not want it to be known. So all the lyrics up until now are building towards this revelation. Again, I could be totally wrong. Hopefully it's not like about a computer or like a flannel shirt or something. So anyway, these lyrics explain more about the ocean, the ocean, more about the open relationship, but the writer of the song is having severe doubts, and he wants her all to himself. He wants monogamy. And it seemed like Cobain was a monogamous guy. That's what it seemed like. You never really heard any stories about about him really going off with other women, women especially after he was married. I don't know that for a fact. Like I said, I'm not that heavily researched into Nirvana, but that's what it seemed like. At least, that's just what it seemed like. So the moral of this story is, and this song is, at least in my head, is if you start feeling jealous and you are in an open relationship, then maybe the relationship is not for you. So, after listening to this song, I went back just in thinking about how I'm listening to this album over again. And in my history of listening to this album, I thought this was a good and catchy song. My years of listening to this album, many years. And like other songs in this album, doing this commentary and thinking about and diving into the lyrics and getting to know this album again at 37 years old instead of 16 really made me really like this song more than I ever did. My life experiences as an older guy is making me reconnect to this album when I thought I was totally burned out on it. And that, I think, is the beauty of music and art in general. You can always go back to it, but this time with different eyes, a different heart, and just a completely different perspective on things, and rediscover its greatness. Its greatness was always there, but it was time for you to let it back in again. And that's what I'm doing with this album, and I enjoy doing it, and I hope you enjoy listening to me, do it. That sounded really perverted. So I will end it on that note. Until next time, take care, everyone.